Welcome back to another roundtable. My name is Adam. I have Rusmin.
Hello.
Victor.
Hi everyone.
Thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin ETF. Ooh. So, Adam Koo would say, how dare you talk about crypto? Sorry, Adam. But we're going to talk about Bitcoin ETF. All right. So, this is something that's pretty interesting. So, I think in January this year, we have approval for ETFs that can basically buy Bitcoin,
and
then you own that ETF, own a share of the ETF.
Yes.
So we want to talk about that today. You know, what does it mean? How is it different from buying Bitcoin directly? Stuff like that. Just to give you an idea of what's happening. Okay, doesn't mean that I would buy Bitcoin actually.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting to just find out more since this concerns, I guess, the stock markets in a way.
Yep.
Okay, so maybe just a quick introduction. What is the Bitcoin ETF? How does it work?
Yeah, so basically the Bitcoin ETF that was approved are the spot Bitcoin ETF. So they actually track the price movement of the Bitcoin. So it's actually, if you in ETF, we got this thing called physical ETF and synthetic ETF, right? Mm-hmm. So physical means that you own the underlying asset. Synthetic is like derivative, right? You do a swap and all this, futures and all this. Okay, so for this spot Bitcoin ETF, it's actually like a physical ETF where they really own the underlying asset. So people like institutions like BlackRock, they will actually liaise with Coinbase to purchase the Bitcoin. Then after they will issue shares and trade as an ETF, and they collect a management fee from there.
Yeah, so in terms of storage, the Coinbase will put in their Coinbase vault.
Okay.
Right. So to make sure that those keychains are safe and secure. Right. So that is the role of Coinbase as a custodian for all these crypto ETFs, right? So Bitcoin ETF, and I think a lot of them are. I think 8 out of the 10 or 11 are actually using Coinbase as a custodian. Keeper, right, to keep those shares. It's almost like buying gold, right?
Okay,
instead of owning physical gold, right, and you will have to worry about, let's say if you own a physical gold, you have to worry about the shipping the gold, storing it there, especially you own tons of them, right, and it's very heavy, right? So
if you buy a ton, you'll be very rich.
Yes. Which is Singapore government owns tons of it.
I don't know how much they own, but yeah, okay. So if you like buy physical gold yourself, there's a lot of logistics
you need to take care,
right?
Yeah. So the same thing I think goes for owning Bitcoin itself, right? So in the past, before the creation of Bitcoin ETF, I think if you were to invest in Bitcoin, you need to have a wallet, digital wallet, and then of course you need to open the wallet with the exchange, and then the exchange will help you to transact. Right, exchange could be also a Coinbase, right? So and then subsequently, once you store in the digital wallet, that keychain might get lost or stolen, and sometimes get hacked. Okay.
Or you forget your password.
Or you forget the password.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, which is what happened to the Stephen Thomas, right? So he has this 7,000 Bitcoin, which I think he forgotten his password, right?
Damn.
And that 7,000 Bitcoin is now worth a few $100 million.
Sayang.
So yeah, so this is the risk of investing directly in Bitcoin using your own digital wallet. In fact, I have friends who went to travel to Europe, and she stored her crypto account on her phone, and she got pickpocketed.
Oh dear!
During the trip, and her phone, her keychain, her crypto account, the wallet, all gone.
And there's no way to retrieve it.
There's no way to retrieve it. Yeah, it's lost. Right? Okay. So with Bitcoin ETF, of course, you don't have to worry about that anymore, right? Because all this to be taken care on the trust itself, the ETF, and all you need to do is just invest in it. And of course, if the crypto prices, Bitcoin prices go up, you will benefit from the rise of Bitcoin if you believe in crypto or Bitcoin.
Then another thing is the functionality, right? So, but if you own a Bitcoin itself, right, you can actually use it as a payment. So nowadays, a lot of enterprise, they tend to accept cryptocurrency. So for instance, like I think recently, Ferrari accept cryptocurrency, right? So you can buy a Bitcoin, you can buy a Ferrari using a Bitcoin, right? But if you buy the ETF, you can't use it for payment.
All right.
You are just there to speculate or to invest, assuming that the price will go up or down. That's all.
Okay. So it really is like digital gold in a sense, right? Because it's an asset class that really doesn't do anything. It just sits there, and people just speculate on what the price could
Yes,
be.
correct. Yeah.
Kind of like gold. I mean, gold has some industrial applications.
People who invest in, I think, Bitcoin generally, they don't believe in fiat currency, or it could be a hedge for in the event where the world.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, but Bitcoin can. If Bitcoin is going to save you if the world comes to an end, the world comes to an end, I think food, water, and guns are more important.
I think in the event when the world has no government, maybe that's crypto, Bitcoin will come in very handy. But I think that is a very hypothetical scenario. But people who believe in invest in crypto, generally they think that Bitcoin is really almost like a digital gold because there's a limit in terms of circulation. There's I think a maximum Bitcoin that can be issued out is actually 21 million. Currently is about 90 million in circulation. And so there are still a lot of people trying to mine Bitcoin, but then there's this next halving which is going to happen in the March this year, and that will again reduce the number of output on Bitcoin, right, the production. So basically the supply is sort of like limited. That's why people like to associate Bitcoin as a digital gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not going to dive into whether you should buy Bitcoin or whether you believe in Bitcoin because that's not our point here. We just want to explore the difference between having Bitcoin directly and the Bitcoin ETF. And if you're interested in crypto, like which one makes more sense? Should you go with owning the crypto directly or the Bitcoin ETF?
So I think currently there are about 11 ETF that are actually being approved, and you have Grayscale, BlackRock, Bitcoin ETF, and then Fidelity, and then ARK investment. So all these ETF basically a way for you to access to Bitcoin without owning the Bitcoin itself. Okay, so I think personally, if I want to have access to Bitcoin, I will just buy directly the ETF itself because the cost of ownership is a lot lower. Because you look at the management fees, put aside Grayscale because they start out with a closed-end fund and they are charging about 1.5% fees, right? So now they listed themselves as ETF. So there's been a lot of people trying to pull out from Grayscale investment and switching it out to BlackRock or Fidelity, where the fees are a lot cheaper at about 0.25%. Or now they are staging for a war in terms of fees, so now they are reducing it to even lower. Okay, so and some of them they actually even willing to waive the fees for the first 10 billion, right? So Franklin Templeton, right? There's no fees for the first 10 billion of inflow if the ETF manage to get AUM size. Okay, so in terms of cost of ownership, it's a lot cheaper if you invest through ETF rather than buying directly through the actual crypto, where there could be a potentially could be you could lose the wallet, right? And there's a lot of scams out there, especially if you're trying to open crypto wallet. In fact, I just had this ladies that bumped into me, and then he basically asked me whether you are the fifth person, right? Yeah. And so she asked me, okay, I don't know, I hope you don't mind, I asked you this question because my husband invested in crypto, and he invested a lot of money in Ethereum. Okay. Right, and he pumped in about $100,000 in it. Okay. And now the amount has ballooned up to $400,000. Nice. Yeah, but we don't know how to withdraw it out. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. So and then I asked for. Sorry. Yeah. And then I asked her, which exchange your husband opened he opened the crypto account with, right? And she told me some brand name of the crypto exchange or wallet where he put the money in, and I have never heard of the brand before, so I have no idea. And then I say I don't know, and then she asked me whether if I go to the bank, you think the bank will help me? I said no. The bank is none of their business. They're not going to help you. And then she told me, you think you can help me? I said no, I cannot help you. And then she said, really, I don't mind sharing the profit with you, I said I don't know, I really don't know. I've never heard of this company that your husband opened the account with them. And then after that she said, actually they asked us to put in more money in order to...
So you don't actually know if it's a legit wallet or anything like that, right?
Yeah, but she said she can see the Ethereum value is 400 over 1,000 now. They put in 100 over 1,000. Yeah. So my advice to you is that don't put in more money inside.
Yeah, just try to take it out.
She couldn't take it out.
But she should figure it out, right? She should find a way to do it.
Actually, if you have like open account with like proper one like your Coinbase or even like Robinhood, you should be able to cash it out easily, convert into US dollar easily, right? But she has problem with it, so I believe that could be a scam.
Okay.
So some people may not know that they actually ended up in the opening a scam with some crypto, website out there, so they don't know. Yeah. So those are the risks that you're going to be handling, if you try to invest directly in crypto market or even Bitcoin yourself, right? So ETF is actually a game changer for people who believe in crypto and they don't want to miss out that FOMO, the crypto bull, right? And I think the next thing where people are trying to wear this Bitcoin ETF got approved is that the price, the value of it might rise, like what happens to the first gold ETF. When it was approved in 2004, I think gold ETF or gold itself, I think appreciated by 200% in the next few years.
So all of a sudden you have all this investor demand that opens up, right?
Yeah,
it's a lot more easy to buy gold because of the ETF, and this could be the same thing that happens.
So maybe. Now you have more access, so anyone who have access to a brokerage account can simply go to their brokerage account, key in the ticker symbol of the Bitcoin, and they can buy and own crypto or Bitcoin in their portfolio.
Okay.
Right. So now there's a thesis where people who invest in crypto that, look, a lot of people now don't have Bitcoin. So now once these people start to put crypto or Bitcoin in their portfolio, there's going to be a lot of demand, and you have limited supply. The prices of Bitcoin is going to run to $100,000. I don't know.
Okay, so you're actually specifying here Bitcoin ETFs, right, in the brokerage accounts.
Yes,
not Bitcoin. Yeah,
not Bitcoin itself. Yeah. So it's a lot easier now for people to want to have exposure in the crypto market, especially the Bitcoin itself. But I think this ETF could be the start. You might end up seeing more like Ethereum big ETF, and then there are more funny things, stable coin. But again, I don't know. Right. So this is going to open up a whole new world for a lot of cryptos product that are coming in. I'm worried actually. So
why are you worried?
Because I don't personally invest in Bitcoin. Okay, I don't know how to value it, and it doesn't produce any economic value. Right, once you put, and I can't even touch it. It's not physical to me. It's synthetic, right? Because it's a chain of code.
Well, why would you be worried? It means it's something that you can avoid.
I think that once retail money start to come in, institutional start to come in, there will be going to be a bubble that is being created in this space. Okay. Yeah. So, and especially you have more creative product that comes in, then things just get more complicated, and there will be more scams. Another more scam as there's more demand in crypto market.
Okay. Yeah. But you're not worried for yourself.
I'm worried for other people, not for myself, because I don't invest in Bitcoin. Okay. Yeah. But ETF make it very easy for people to invest in ETF now. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good point, because I think because crypto by its nature, it's unregulated. So if you want to figure out how to buy crypto, there's a learning curve to it. Yep. You figure out like wallets, cold wallets, hot wallets, who can you trust and stuff like that. Lots of things to do. I think someone who's younger, they can just pick it up. But someone who's like the lady that you met, I don't even know if that's a real legit wallet that they have. And it could just be numbers on the screen that anyone can put up. And now with brokerage accounts, brokerage accounts are mainstream. We've been around for decades, right? And it's regulated. Because if you buy the ETF, it's through Fidelity or it's through BlackRock. These guys are actually going to buy the Bitcoins. It's physical, right? It's not going to be like a scam or anything like that. So that gives you the layer of legitimacy that if you're not so familiar with the crypto world, this allows a lot of investors who are interested in crypto to just kind of get into it. Yeah. So I think that's the advantage of this ETF, right? Yeah,
but then I also need to highlight the risk, because the bulk of them are using actually Coinbase. Okay. So even Coinbase is an exchange and a custodian, there's a risk with the counterparty, right? Yeah. You saw what happened with FTX. It's an exchange. Okay. Look at what happened. It ended up as a Ponzi scheme. Okay. It's the biggest Ponzi in the crypto space. And look at what happened to Luna, right? And it just collapsed overnight.
I guess that's the argument that some crypto purists would say. Is like, I don't believe in any of these third parties. Yeah. If I don't have the wallet, I don't actually own it. So they want the physical wallet, a cold wallet, they store it offline. That is my crypto. Yeah. No one else can touch it. Because they believe that if it's anywhere else, it actually doesn't really belong to me.
But if you lose that wallet, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing. So they make sure that they don't lose the wallet. Yeah. They remember the passwords or whatever it is. But there are people that just don't believe in relying on another party or organization to take care of their wallets or crypto.
Yeah, and the most
Yeah.
interesting thing here is the SEC approved it, and then the chair Gary
Okay.
actually says that SEC approved Bitcoin's ETF, but they don't endorse it. They don't approve Bitcoin as an investment.
Yeah. Okay.
So they might be forced to approve this,
That's
right?
interesting.
Because they lost the lawsuit, right, to the
Okay.
Grayscale.
So they
last year.
don't believe in it, but they there's no reason for them to kind of like block it.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
And
to,
there's an
yeah.
official statement they did
Yeah.
not approve or endorse Bitcoin.
Yeah, okay.
But
Similar
then they
to
approve it.
Okay.
So it's a bit contradictory, and it could be, I think it's being in the way that
I think
they
the
could
law
have
has to say
lost.
that
Yeah.
there's no reason why you have to
You can't block this,
Yeah,
yeah.
But you can as a organization feel that this is not a great asset class. in a
Well,
way, I
it
guess.
is where it is. I
It
think
is,
now
yeah.
ETF is available for people who want to look at Bitcoin. I mean, it's just something that we need to talk about, although I don't really invest in it. But it's a lot easier to access Bitcoin now.
The option is there, right?
Yes, the
It's a lot
option is
easier.
there, yeah.
So will this affect the stock market or any companies? And do you think this will?
I don't know. I mean, if that's it, the crypto market, again, there are a lot of crazy people buying into crypto again.
Why do you think they're crazy, man?
Because
They
it's
just
a
believe
trend.
in-
People who believe in trend.
Okay.
Look at what happened in 2021.
Okay.
And people who just simply easy to make money. And when you start
Okay.
to hear people making money, easy money in certain sector, you want to go in.
Okay.
And then you'll be the sucker, the last person to get in. You get one that get caught, everything
Okay,
and get
okay.
wiped off, right? So when you start to have a lot of money flow from like equity to crypto, or even for bonds to crypto, that could create the biggest bubble in the history. So
but to be fair, bubbles can happen in any
in
asset,
any space,
any asset
yes.
class, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I think I'm more worried now
Okay.
than ever.
Okay.
It's a game changer for crypto industry. Okay, and
Okay.
people who like crypto will not like me also, right? Because I don't believe in it.
Okay. What about you, Victor? What do you think about?
Personally, I won't invest.
Okay.
Right. I still believe in. If you ask me to choose between Bitcoin and gold, I'll still choose gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
get
there's
to-
something that's more familiar to you,
Yes,
more
correct,
real,
correct, yeah.
tangible,
It is
Maybe
tangible.
I'm
more traditional.
yeah, not towards the trend.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is a really interesting thing when crypto when it came about. I mean, blockchain technology is different. That's here to stay, but to have Bitcoin, I think it's just become more and more mainstream. I think we covered Bitcoin many years ago in this roundtable as well.
Yep, correct.
And we were like discussing whether it could ever replace money, and I don't think so because there's some limitations to the
Yeah.
technology. But as an asset class, like digital gold, it has really become something like that. And now with the ETF, it's become even more mainstream.
Accessible.
And when more people have access to it, they believe in it, they think it's a store of value. If everyone believes the same thing, it becomes a store of value.
Yep.
And then it just becomes what it is. So again, I mean, this is something that if you're interested in now, and you're not sure about how to navigate all the wallets and the crypto spaces, I don't know it myself. But if you have a brokerage account and your broker gives you access to the ETF, I mean, you should, right? If it's on the major exchanges, then you can buy Bitcoin pretty easily just through an ETF. I mean, they just have to pay the management fee.
Yeah.
And it's quite cheap, right? All right.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that's our summary for Bitcoin ETF at this point in time.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to let you know the differences and whether what you can do if you want to look out, you want to check it out and all that stuff.
Yep.
All right. So if there's nothing else.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
Okay. So my name is Adam Rusman.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Victor, thank you for joining us. Any questions about this? We're happy to discuss them with you in the comment section as well. If you like this roundtable, please hit the like button. Tell us if we're doing a good job, and of course subscribe. Any more roundtables come up, and we'll see you again.